You catch the flicker of doubt in their eyes before they finish their sentence. The way someone's shoulders tense when a certain name gets mentioned. That book on the shelf that's been moved since yesterday, and you're the only one who realizes it. And you can't help but think, why am I like this? While everyone else glides through conversations, you're drowning in details. The shift in energy when someone walks into the room. The forced enthusiasm in there, I'm good, thanks. The thing is, your brain won't let you miss anything, even when you desperately want to. If that sounds familiar, you need to understand what's actually happening in your mind. Because the truth about people who notice too much isn't what you think. The reality of constant observation. Picture this. You're at a dinner party. Everyone's laughing, chatting, enjoying themselves. But you've already registered that your friend Sarah touched her necklace 3 times while talking about her relationship. You notice the host refilled everyone's drink except their partners. You saw the microscopic eye roll when someone mentioned politics. It's like watching a movie with subtitles no one else can see. Most people experience life at surface level. They process what's necessary and filter out the rest. Their brains have a built-in ignore function. But yours? Yours is recording everything in high definition. According to research from Stony Brook University, approximately 15 to 20% of people have what neuroscientists call heightened perceptual sensitivity. Your nervous system quite literally processes environmental and social information more thoroughly than the average person's. You're not imagining it. You're not being paranoid. Your brain genuinely operates differently. It's constantly cross-referencing, pattern matching, connecting dots that others don't even see as dots. And here's what nobody tells you. This isn't something you developed last week. This wiring goes way back. Where it all began. Think about your childhood for a second. Maybe you were the kid who could tell mom had been crying even though she said everything was fine. You knew when dad was stressed before he slammed the door. You felt the tension at the dinner table before anyone raised their voice. For many people who notice too much, this ability wasn't a choice. It was survival. When your environment is unpredictable, your brain adapts. It becomes an early warning system. Dr. Stephen Porges, who developed polyvagal theory, explains that children in inconsistent environments develop what he calls neuroception, a subconscious detection system that constantly scans for safety or danger. Your young brain learned that paying attention to tiny details could help you predict what was coming next. That skill helped you navigate chaos, and now, decades later, you can't turn it off. But here's what makes this complicated. Sometimes the environment wasn't even chaotic. Sometimes you were just born with a more sensitive nervous system, picking up on stimuli that other kids naturally filtered out. Either way, that child who noticed everything became the adult who can't stop noticing. The hidden cost. So what does carrying all of this actually feel like? Imagine trying to have a conversation while simultaneously tracking 10 different conversations happening around you. That's your baseline. When someone asks what you're thinking about, how do you explain that you're processing their tone, the context of what they just said, what they said 5 minutes ago that contradicts it, plus the fact that they're standing differently than usual? You can't. So you just say nothing. The loneliness is real. You see the performance everyone's putting on, and you can't unsee it. You recognize when people are hiding pain behind jokes, when confidence is actually anxiety, when I'm fine means the opposite. And the worst part? Pointing it out usually makes things awkward. People don't always want to be seen that clearly. So you stay quiet and carry what you know alone. Then there's the exhaustion. Research from UC Berkeley shows that high sensory processors experience what's called cognitive overload more frequently. Your brain is running multiple programs simultaneously while everyone else is running one. By the end of the day, you're not just tired, you're depleted. The misunderstood gift. But here's where the story shifts. Because the same trait that exhausts you is the same trait that makes you extraordinary. You know why? While everyone's skimming through life, you're actually reading it. You catch problems before they explode. You understand people at a level that creates a genuine connection. You see beauty in details that others walk right past. That ability to notice everything, it means you can offer comfort that actually lands because you see what someone truly needs. It means you make decisions with more information. It means your relationships, when you find the right people, go incredibly deep. According to Dr. Elaine Aron's research on highly sensitive people, individuals with this personality trait often become exceptional artists, therapists, strategists, and leaders precisely because they process information other people miss. The world doesn't need more people skating on the surface. It needs people like you who dare to pay attention, living with it. So if you're someone who notices too much, here's what you need to know. First, protect your energy. You need more downtime than others, and that's not a weakness. That's maintenance. Second, find people who operate at your frequency. They exist, and being around them feels like finally being able to breathe. Third, your observations are usually accurate, but check your interpretations. You really did notice that tone shift, but what it means might not be what your anxiety says it means. And finally, stop apologizing for your depth. The truth about people who notice too much is simple. You're not defective. You're not overthinking. You're seeing reality in higher resolution, and that's actually rare and valuable. The people worth keeping in your life will be grateful you see them, truly see them, not just the version they show the world. And one day, probably sooner than you think, someone's going to tell you that you're the only person who really understood them. And in that moment, you'll realize every exhausting detail you ever carried actually mattered. Your mind isn't a burden. It's a gift. If this resonated with you, do me a favor. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, because we're just getting started on understanding how your mind really works. And drop a comment telling me which detail you noticed today that nobody else did. I actually want to know. You're not alone in seeing everything. I'll see you in the next one.